What's up, everybody? Give me a second. eBay, are you there? Is anybody on eBay right now? If you are, give me a thumbs up. Can you see the stream? Please help me out. What's up, Mars? Thank you very much for letting me know you can hear and see me. I just needed to make sure, for some reason, it didn't start like it was supposed to properly. Okay, here we go. All teams are gone. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Yes, all teams are gone. We pre-sell our breaks, my friend. Yeah, sorry, man. Okay, here we go, guys. Sorry about that delay. All right, this is break number 1091BD. This is 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball. This is a mega case break. 20 boxes in the break. Let's get into it. All right, we got 5. We got 10. 15 and 20. That's the first 5 right there. Yeah, just go to our store, Breaks and Takes 2, and our breaks are listed there, my friend. Appreciate you, Mars. First 5 boxes. All right, box number 1. Here we go. Silver Prism, there's Matt Olson. X-Fractor, Alex Bregman. That is a Prism Refractor of Julio Rodriguez. There's Aaron Judge on the throwback. Xavier Tovar on the X-Fractor. Brandon Lockridge on the Refractor. Ray Wave, there's Mark Vientos for the Mets. You got Vinny Pasquantino, Teoscar Hernandez. Fortune 15, that's Aaron Judge. Freddie Freeman. There is Garrett Mitchell on the X-Fractor. There's Aaron Judge on the buyback. Pete Alonso. I don't know if the buyback is still going on, but Marco Luciano. We got Julio Urias all etched. That is Adolis Garcia, Royce Lewis, Ray Wave, Gilbert Diaz. There is Alec Burleson, and Christian Campbell on the refractor. Does anybody know if the buyback's still going on for Judge and Shohei? Since we know that they won the MVPs last year.
Wait.
Alright, box number 2. Here we go. There's George Kirby. Josh Hader on the Prism Refractor. That is Bryce Terang on the Future Stars. Yu Darvish. Hurston Waldrop on the Silver Prism. Ray Wave. Jackson Churio. Trey Turner. Isaiah Kiner Falefa. There's Jacob Wilson. Carlos Correa, Francisco Alvarez. There is Blake Snell. That is Marcus Semien. Power player is Brent Rooker. Ronald Blanco. Bobby Witt Jr. Ray Wave, Nestor Cortez. Brendan Doyle. Refractor of River Ryan. A little bit, but I also just don't know this product very well, so I'm struggling right now to figure it out. Okay. Yes, Tennessee. Yep. Alright, here we go. Diamond Sheets. We got Valente Belozo. All etched Aaron Judge. Shota Imanaga. Clayton Kershaw on the refractor. Purple, that is Cameron Misner, 111 out of 250. 111 out of 250. Cameron Misner for Tampa Bay. Devin Williams on the Ray Wave. Power players, Jose Ramirez. Ketel Marte. There's JJ Bleday. Spencer Strider. Keiter Montero on the refractor. Austin Wells on the Future Stars. Hunter Green. Gunnar Henderson. Isaac Collins. Dansby Swanson. Ty France on the refractor. Box number 4. Ryan McMahon. Spencer Schwellenbach on the Prism Refractor. Fortune 15, Dylan Cruz. There's Shane Bieber. Cody Bellinger on the refractor. Blue, that's Matt Strahm for the Phillies. 40 out of 150. 40 out of 150 on the blue Ray Wave. Ray Wave of Jeff McNeil. There's Shohei on the X-Fractor. All edge Jacob deGrom. Sandy Alcantara, Freddie Peralta. There's CJ Abrams. James Wood on the Silver Prism. Francisco Lindor power players. Josh Jung, Jacob deGrom. That's a blue auto. Our first auto of the break. That is Lake Botcher. Lake Botcher, 136 out of 150. That's going to the Miami Marlins. Lake Botcher. Colton Cowser on the Ray Wave, J.P. Crawford, and Cole Reagans on the refractor. Box number 5. Shohei. We got Logan Gilbert. That is Richard Fitz on the Prism Refractor. Power player, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Willie Adames. That is Anthony Volpe on the Silver Prism. That is a Fanatical Orange. 11 out of 25 of Rafael Devers going to the Red Sox. Nice hit. Nice hit for the Red Sox. Fanatical. Did I say fractal? I meant Fanatical. Excuse me. Nick Castellanos on the Rayway. Bryce Harper. That is Nick Gonzalez. Yamamoto on the Future Stars. Buxton. Manea. There's India. Mike Burrows. Jose Ramirez on the throwback. McKenzie. Altuve. Ray Wave. Joe Musgrove. There's Gavin Lux and Mike Yastrzemski. It's our first 5 boxes. Next 5. Alright, box number 6. Alright, box number 6. We got Seth Lugo, Corey Seager on the Prism Refractor. Power player Ellie De La Cruz, that's Jeremy Pena. Luis Angel Acuna on the Refractor. Ray Wave, Nolan Arenado. That is Tyler Stevenson, Emmanuel Clase. Fortune 15, Bryce Harper, Kyle Tucker, Mike Tauchman. Zach Gallen. There's Marcelo Suna on the refractor. All Edge, Fernando Tatis. Luis Garcia Jr., Leo Jimenez. Ray Wave, Seiya Suzuki. Andres Chaparro. And there is Brooks Baldwin on the refractor. Box number 7. There's Connor Wong. Corbin Burns on the Prism Refractor. Jordan Alvarez, Fortune 15. Tyler O'Neill. There's Shea Whitcomb on the refractor. Ray Wave of Paul Goldschmidt. That is Lawrence Butler. Luis Severino. All Edged of Francisco Lindor. That's Wyatt Langford and Mackenzie Gore. That's Shane McClanahan. Chris Bryant on the refractor. Kobe Mayo, power players. There's Jeff McNeil and Logan Webb. Our next auto is Isaac Collins. That's a base auto for the Brew Crew. Rookie Brewers Isaac Collins on the auto. Matt Olson, Ray Wave. There's Jackson Churio on the X-Fractor. Nico Cavadas on the refractor. Alright, box number 8. There's Chris Bassett, Justin Henry Malloy on the rookie Prism Refractor. Nolan Arenado on the throwback. Wilson Contreras X-Fractor. Matt Chapman Refractor. That is Anthony Santander for the Blue Jays. That is 147 out of 299. 147 out of 299 on the teal. Ray Wave, Max Scherzer for the Blue Jays. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Nathan Lowe. We got Ketel Marte, power player, Randy Arozarena and Jose Siri. That is Brian Reynolds on the X-Fractor. Tyler Locklear Refractor. All Etched of Ellie De La Cruz, Harrison Bader, Kyle Schwarber. There's Ryan Mountcastle on the Ray Wave, Christian Yelich. Box number 9. All right, box number 9. We got Josh Naylor on the X-Fractor, Jung Ho Lee on the Prism Refractor, all etched of Paul Skeens. There is Tyler Anderson on the X-Fractor. We got a Kobe Mayo Refractor, Tyler Fitzgerald on the Ray Wave, Ozzie Albies. There's Michael Harris II. Power player Jacob Wilson. That is Luis Roberts and Jameer Candelario. Labor Torres, Ryan Mountcastle Refractor, future star Jordan Westberg. There's Hunter Renfroe and Stephen Kwan. Ray Wave, Nick Sogard, Tarek Skubal, and David Festa on the Refractor. Box number 10. Number 10. There's Devin Williams, X-Fractor. Jake Bloss, rookie on the Prism Refractor. Mason Wynn, future stars. There's Mark Vientos, Colton Cowser, Refractor. Purple Ray Wave of Cole Reagans, 237 out of 250 for Kansas City. Ray Wave, Nolan Gorman for St. Louis. There's Paul Goldschmidt and Nick Castellanos. Throwback of Paul Skeens. There's Tyler Fitzgerald and Nolan Gorman. There's Max Scherzer, Isaac Collins Refractor, Fortune 15 Roki Sasaki, Wilson Contreras, Nolan Arenado, Ray Wave, Kobe Mayo, rookie for Baltimore, Mookie Betts, and Joe Musgrove on the Refractor. Alright guys, there's your first 10. First 10. Next 2. Box number 11. Box number 11. Here we go. Nice. Fanatical rookie. That is Kobe Mayo for the Orioles. Nice hit. Nice hit. Let's move these over. There's Brady Basso on the X-Fractor, Miguel Andujar on the Prism Refractor, all etched of Paul Skeens. There's Manny Machado, Trey Sweeney on the Refractor, Aaron Judge on the buyback. There's Ezekiel Tovar on the Ray Wave, JT Realmuto, Daniel Schneemann, power player Jacob Wilson. There's Spencer Steer and Dylan Dingler, excuse me. Dylan Dingler. There's Griffin Conine, Zach Wheeler Refractor, Future Stars Jordan Westberg, Jario Iriarte, Francisco Lindor. There's Joey Bart, Alec Baum, and Michael Hellman. Box number 12. I think we just got a shadow etched. In there. Yes, we did. Shadow etched incoming. Good luck to everybody. Carlos Navarez. Hai-Sung Kim on the Prism Refractor. Chris Sale, L. Etched. Luis Arias. Xavier Edwards on the Refractor. Our shadow etched is Mike Trout going to the Angels. Mike Trout going to the Angels on the shadow etched. Nice hit for the Halos. Pete Alonso on the Ray Wave. Nestor Cortez, Matt Shaw. Power players, Giancarlo. We got Matt Olson and Wilbur Diaz. Nick Sogard, Will Wagner on the refractor. Future stars Paul Skeen, Gordon Gracefo, Seiya Suzuki. Ray Wave Dustin Harris, rookie for Texas. Jurickson Profar, just suspended again. And Josh Lau, refractor. Alright, box number 13. There's Stuart Baroa. Nico Horner on the Prism Refractor. Fortune 15, Yordan Alvarez. Aaron Judge on the X-Fractor. Dylan Dingler. Ray Wave, Dansby Swanson. We got Tanner Beebe, Michael McGreevy. That's all etched to Francisco Lindor, Eugenio Suarez, and Greg Jones. Chase McDermott, Connor Griffin Conine on the refractor. Kobe Mayo. There's Bradley Blaylock, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Bradley Blaylock, Joey Bart, and Francisco Lindor. Alright, box number 14. That's Carlos Rodriguez. Xander Bogaerts on the Prism Refractor. Kevin Alcantara on the throwback. Andres Gimenez. Edgardo Hernandez on the refractor. Ray Wave of Royce Lewis. Corbin Carroll. Aaron Schunk. Fortune 15, Ronald Acuna, Ryan Jeffers, or Elvis Martinez. We got Brooks Lee, Adley Rutschman on the refractor. Olich, Tarek Skubal, Janinski, Noel, Cedric Mullins, Johensky, Noel. There's Nacho Alvarez on the Ray Wave, Anthony Santander, and Jack Kachenowitz. Box number 15. Alright, box number 15. Jack Kochanowicz, Dustin Harris on the Prism Refractor. Bryce Harper, Fortune 15. Jackson Merrill, Ronald Acuna Jr. on the Refractor. Gold Speckles of Dylan Cruz, and I believe that's also an image variation. That is numbered 43 out of 50. It is. That's an image variation. Gold Speckles, 43 out of 50 of Dylan Cruz. Nice hit for Washington. That is Garrett Mitchell on the Ray Wave. Riley Green, Logan Driscoll. All etched, Fernando Tatis, Dylan Cease, Tyler Gentry. There's Connor Gillespie, Grant McRae on the Refractor. Power player Bryce Harper. There's Deshaun Kiersey and Fernando Tatis. Jazz Chisholm on the Ray Wave. Michael Wacha, Mason Wynn. Box number 16. Alright, number 16, excuse me. There's Andres Chaparro. Hayden Birdsong on the Prism Refractor. Power player Vlad Jr., Juan Soto, Manny Machado on the Refractor. Orange, that is Aaron Nola to 25. Orange Ray Wave, 10 out of 25. Aaron Nola for the Phillies. Ray Wave, Hunter Green, Kerry Carpenter, and Darren Baker. Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the Future Stars. There's Ian Happ and Drew Romo. We got Roki Sasaki, Daniel Schneemann on the refractor, Jose Ramirez on the throwback, Zevi Matthews, Justin Verlander. And I got another auto, and this one is Will Warren, rookie auto, not numbered for the Yankees. Will Warren on the auto for the Yankees. Adrian Del Castillo on the Ray Wave, Trevor Story, JT Realmuto. Box number 17. Alright, box 17. We got Jace Jung. There's Matt McClain on the Prism Refractor. I swear to God, if I hit these one more time. There's Anthony Volpe on the Future Stars. Brent Rooker, there's Rhett Lauder on the Refractor. Freddie Freeman on the Ray Wave. Matt Stram, Angel Martinez. Throwback of Austin Riley. Thomas Lane and Adam Mazur. There's Billy Cook, Kodai Senga, Fortune 15, Fernando Tatis, Bryce Teodosio, Jesse Winker, Sal Perez on the Ray Wave, that's Pete Fairbanks, and Tomoyuki Sugano, rookie refractor. Box 18. Trey Sweeney, that's Christian Mena on the Prism Refractor. Nolan Arenado on the throwback. Zach Wheeler, Andrew Vaughn on the refractor. Ray Wave of Teoscar Hernandez, Andrew Vaughn, Michael Hellman. Ketel Marte power players. There's Max Fried and Gustavo Campero. Caden Dana, Gustavo Campero again. All etched Ellie. There's Dylan Cruz, Juan Yepes. That's his regular card. That's why you know that the other one was that one is a image variation. Christian Mena, Ronald Acuna, and Max Fried on the refractor. Also, if you look on the back of the card, the number on the bottom is different. That's how you can always tell the image variations. If you're not sure, look on the bottom of the card, look at a bunch of base cards, look at what the number is in the bottom, and then if the number is different on the bottom, then that's a variation. Box 19. Oh my effing lord. There's Grant McCray, Jazz Chisholm on the Prism Refractor, Ellie on the Power Players, Mason Wynn, Caden Dana on the Refractor, Ray Wave of Vinny Pasquantino, Kodai Senga, Red Lauder, Sedane Rafaela on the Future Stars, Xavier Edwards and Tomoyuki Sugano. Will Wagner, Juan Yepes on the refractor. Throwback Ronald Acuna, Edgardo Hernandez, Josh Lau. Auto of Mike Burrows, that's a base auto for the Pirates. There's Reese Hines, rookie Ray Wave, Adley Rutschman, and Dylan Cruz. Down to one box. Get a recap after this last box. Box number 20. Got 20 boxes of Optic Football up next. If you're in that break, I'll be starting that one probably about 5 minutes late. So, here we go, box number 20. There's a Ray Wave, Miguel Andujar, Jose Ramirez, Alec Baum. Roki Sasaki on the Fortune 15, Ryan Bliss and Michael King. Connor Norby, Yariel Iriarte for the White Sox. We got gold. Nope. Yeah, this is. No, it's not gold. That is a Paul Skeens on the refractor throwback. Refractor throwback. Nice. Jordan Alvarez, Jacob Wilson. Purple. That is Javier Sanoa. 30 out of 250. 30 out of 250. Alex Bregman on the Ray Wave. Otto Lopez, Nacho Alvarez. That is, Mason Wynn on the Future Stars. Sal Perez, Spencer Steer on the refractor. That is Reese Hines. And Adrian Del Castillo on the Prism refractor. Alright guys, get this cleared up. We'll get a recap in right now. Alright. Our Ray Waves. Alex Bregman. Andujar. Hines. Pasquantino. Christian Mena, Teoscar Hernandez, Sal Perez, Adrian Del Castillo, Freddie Freeman, Hunter Green, Jazz Chisholm, there's Garrett Mitchell, we got Nacho Alvarez, Royce Lewis, Bradley Blaylock, Dansby Swanson, Dustin Harris, Pete Alonso, Joey Bart, Ezekiel Tovar, Kobe Mayo. We got Nolan Gorman, Nick Sogard, Tyler Fitzgerald, Ryan Mountcastle, Max Scherzer, Matt Olson, Paul Goldschmidt, Seiya Suzuki, Nolan Arenado, Joe Musgrove, we got Nick Castellanos, Colton Cowser, Jeff McNeil, Isaac Collins, Devin Williams, Nestor Cortez, Jackson Churia, Yilbert Diaz, and Mark Vientos. Adrian Del Castillo on the Prism refractor, Jazz Chisholm, Christian Mena. We got Matt McClain, Hayden Birdsong, Dustin Harris, Xander Bogarts, Nico Horner, Hai-Song Kim, Miguel Andujar, Jake Loss, Jung Ho Lee, Justin Henry Malloy, Corbin Burns, Corey Seager, Richard Fitz, Spencer Schwellenbach, Valentin Belozo, Josh Hader, and Julio. Our Future Stars, Mason Wynn, Cedane Rafaela, Anthony Volpe, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Paul Skeens, Jordan Westberg, Mason Wynn, Jordan Westberg, Yamamoto, Austin Wells, and Bryce Terang. It's amazing a couple of those guys are on the U.S. team. Paul Skeens on the throwback refractor. We got Ronald Acuna Jr., Nolan Arenado, Austin Riley, Jose Ramirez, Kevin Alcantara, Paul Skeens, Nolan Arenado, Jose Ramirez, Jacob Wilson, and Aaron Judge. Shohei had a base and a X-Fractor. Judge had an X-Fractor and 2 bases. Our numbered cards. This is to 299 or 250, excuse me. Javier Sanoa, Cole Reagans, and that is Cameron Misner. To 150, Matt Stram. To 299, Anthony Santander. To 25, we have Aaron Nola. Our autos, we got Mike Burrows, Will Warren, Isaac Collins, Lake Botcher. That one is 136 out of 150. Our 4 hits, we had a Dylan Cruz, 43 out of 50 on the gold speckles. And this is an image variation. We had a shadow etched of Mike Trout. Fanatical of Rafi Devers. That one is 11 out of 25. And a Fanatical of Kobe Mayo on the rookie. There's your break, my friends. Appreciate you all for being here. Hope you had a good time. Hope to see you all next time. Have yourself a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.